Imagine doing everything right to stay strong after 60. Eating protein, exercising, taking care of your health, and yet your muscles keep getting weaker. What if the problem isn't how many eggs you eat, but how you cook them? Today, you will discover one common egg cooking mistake that quietly destroys muscle protein, and the simple ways to fix it. After 60, muscle rebuilding becomes harder, but not impossible. Your body still knows how to build muscle, it just needs the right signals. Protein is one of the strongest signals, and eggs are one of the most powerful, affordable, and complete protein foods available. Eggs contain all 9 essential amino acids, especially leucine, which directly switches on muscle repair and growth. But here is the truth most people never hear. Cooking eggs the wrong way can reduce how much protein your body actually absorbs and uses. As we age, digestion slows down. Stomach acid decreases. Muscles become less responsive to protein, a process scientists call anabolic resistance. This means your muscles need better quality protein, not just more of it. Eggs can be perfect for this, or nearly useless, depending on how they're cooked. Let's start with the worst offender, the way many people cook eggs every single morning. Overcooking. When eggs are cooked at very high heat for too long, the protein structure becomes damaged. The amino acids twist, bond incorrectly, and become harder for your body to break down and absorb. Burnt edges, rubbery whites, dry yolks, these aren't just texture problems, they are signs of protein damage. Even worse, overcooking eggs creates compounds called advanced glycation end products, or GEs. These compounds increase inflammation in the body. Inflammation blocks muscle repair, slows recovery, and accelerates muscle loss, especially in older adults. So if you're frying eggs until they're brown and crispy, or boiling them until the yolk turns chalky and greenish gray, you're working against your own strength. Another common mistake after 60 is cooking eggs without the yolk, throwing it away because of outdated cholesterol fears. The yolk is where many of the muscle-supporting nutrients live. Vitamin D helps muscles contract and recover. Choline supports muscle nerve signals. Healthy fats help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins. Without the yolk, the protein in the white becomes less effective for rebuilding muscle tissue. There's also the issue of pairing eggs with the wrong cooking fats. Cooking eggs in processed vegetable oils or repeatedly reheated oils creates oxidative stress. This damages cells and interferes with muscle protein synthesis. Over time, this silent damage adds up, making it harder to maintain strength even if you're eating enough protein. Now here's the hopeful part. When eggs are cooked correctly, they become one of the most muscle-friendly foods after 60. Studies show that cooked eggs actually provide more absorbable protein than raw eggs, but only when they re-cooked gently. The goal is not raw and not burnt. The goal is soft, controlled heat. One of the best ways to cook eggs for muscle rebuilding is soft boiling. When the whites are fully set but the yolk remains slightly soft, protein digestibility is high and nutrient loss is minimal. Your body can easily access the amino acids, and the yolk nutrients remain intact. This kind of egg sends a clear message to your muscles: repair, rebuild, and strengthen. Another excellent method is gentle scrambling. Low heat, slow cooking, and stopping while the eggs are still soft and slightly glossy. Muscles are more sensitive in the morning and after movement. Pairing eggs with gentle resistance exercises, like walking or light strength training, amplifies their muscle building effect. There's also an often ignored detail: chewing. Many people believe they're losing muscle because of age. That final habit is reheating eggs over and over again. Cooking eggs once is fine. Reheating them multiple times, especially in a microwave or on high heat, further damages the protein structure. Each reheating cycle tightens and denatures the amino acids, making them less usable for muscle repair. For older adults whose digestion is already less efficient, reheated eggs can pass through the body without delivering the full muscle-building benefit. Microwaving eggs isn't always bad, but doing it incorrectly is. High power, long times, and uneven heating can destroy delicate proteins and create rubbery textures that signal nutrient loss. If eggs must be reheated, it should be done gently, at low power, for a short time, ideally with a bit of moisture. But the best option after 60 is to cook eggs fresh whenever possible. Now let us talk about the second worst way to cook eggs for muscle rebuilding after 60: deep frying. When eggs are submerged in very hot oil, especially refined or reused oils, the heat oxidizes fats and damages proteins. This creates inflammation-triggering compounds that interfere with muscle recovery. Deep-fried eggs may taste satisfying, but inside the body, they create a metabolic environment that slows muscle repair and increases fatigue. Deep frying also makes it easy to overcook the egg without realizing it. The outside becomes crispy while the inside protein structure collapses. This combination lowers amino acid availability and increases oxidative stress, a double loss for aging muscles. The third worst method is pairing eggs with ultra-processed additions. Cooking eggs alongside processed meats like sausages, hot dogs, or heavily cured bacon introduces excess sodium, preservatives, and inflammatory compounds. These ingredients reduce insulin sensitivity, which muscles need to absorb amino acids. Even if the eggs are cooked well, the muscle-building signal becomes weaker. Now let's shift to the 3 best ways to cook eggs after 60 for rebuilding muscle effectively. The first and most powerful method remains soft boiling. When done correctly, soft-boiled eggs provide a near-perfect balance of digestibility and nutrient preservation. The whites are fully cooked, eliminating digestive strain, while the yolk stays creamy, protecting vitamins and healthy fats. This method has been shown to increase protein absorption efficiency compared to hard-boiled or overcooked eggs. The second best method is low-heat scrambling. The key is patience. Crack the eggs, gently whisk, cook on low heat, and remove them while they still look slightly underdone. They will finish cooking from residual heat. This preserves amino acid integrity and keeps the protein highly bioavailable. Adding herbs instead of processed sauces keeps inflammation low and supports muscle repair. The third best method is poaching. Poached eggs are especially helpful for seniors who struggle with digestion, acid reflux, or heaviness after meals. Because there's no added oil and the cooking temperature stays moderate, protein remains intact and easy to absorb. Poached eggs also pair well with fiber-rich foods like vegetables, which help stabilize blood sugar, another important factor in muscle maintenance. There's also an important nutrient interaction to understand. Eggs work best for muscle rebuilding when paired with vitamin C-rich foods like tomatoes, bell peppers, or citrus. Vitamin C supports collagen formation, which strengthens tendons and connective tissue that muscles rely on. Strong muscles need strong support structures. Hydration also matters. Dehydration reduces protein synthesis efficiency. Even mild dehydration can slow muscle repair. Drinking water before and after egg-based meals helps nutrients reach muscle cells more effectively. One more subtle mistake many people over 60 make is eating eggs too late at night. While protein is important, late-night digestion can be slower, and the muscle response may be weaker. Eggs consumed earlier in the day or after physical activity are more likely to support rebuilding instead of just sitting in the digestive system. At this point, you may realize that eggs themselves were never the problem. The real issue has been heat, timing, and habits. When eggs are respected as a biological tool rather than just a quick meal, they can help slow and even partially reverse age-related muscle loss. There is still one simple adjustment that can dramatically increase how much muscle benefit you get from eggs after 60, without eating more of them. That adjustment is combining eggs with a small amount of resistance, even gentle resistance, close to the time you eat them. Muscles don't just respond to protein alone. They respond to protein plus movement. After 60, this combination becomes even more important. This doesn't mean lifting heavy weights or going to a gym. Simple movements like standing from a chair multiple times, slow wall push-ups, light resistance bands, or a 10 to 15-minute walk can activate muscle cells. Once activated, those muscle cells become hungry for amino acids. When properly cooked eggs are eaten within an hour of this movement, the muscle-building signal becomes much stronger. This is why some people eat plenty of protein but still lose muscle. The protein never reaches activated muscle tissue. Cooking eggs correctly and pairing them with light movement turns them into a true rebuilding tool rather than just calories. Another overlooked factor is spacing protein intake. Instead of eating most protein at dinner, spreading egg consumption across the day works better for older muscles. For example, 2 eggs in the morning and 1 at lunch may stimulate muscle repair more effectively than 3 eggs at night. This gives muscles repeated manageable signals to rebuild. Let's also talk about digestion, because even perfectly cooked eggs won't help if they aren't digested well. As we age, stomach acid and digestive enzymes decline. Adding a pinch of black pepper, ginger, or turmeric when cooking eggs can support digestion and reduce inflammation. Eating slowly and avoiding distractions during meals improves enzyme release and nutrient absorption. Some people worry about eating eggs daily after 60. For most healthy older adults, daily eggs are safe and beneficial, especially when cooked gently and paired with vegetables. Research increasingly shows that dietary cholesterol from eggs has minimal impact on blood cholesterol for most people, while the muscle benefits are significant. Of course, individuals with specific medical conditions should follow their doctor's guidance. Now, let's quickly summarize the 3 worst ways to cook eggs after 60 for muscle rebuilding. First, overcooking at high heat, which damages protein and creates inflammatory compounds. Second, deep frying, which oxidizes fats and interferes with muscle recovery. Third, repeatedly reheating eggs, which reduces protein usability. And the 3 best ways. Soft-boiled eggs with a slightly runny yolk, low-heat scrambled eggs, removed early, and gently poached eggs with no added oils. These methods preserve protein structure, support digestion, and deliver amino acids efficiently to aging muscles. What matters most is not perfection, but consistency. Small daily choices compound over time. Choosing the right cooking method today helps preserve strength months and years from now. Many people notice better energy, improved balance, and stronger legs simply by changing how they cook eggs. If you're over 60 and worried about losing muscle, don't underestimate the power of this simple food when used correctly. Eggs are not just breakfast. They are biological signals. When cooked and timed properly, they tell your body to hold on to strength. At this point, you now know what to stop doing, what to start doing, and why it matters. The final piece is understanding how to turn this knowledge into a daily habit that actually sticks, without feeling restrictive or complicated. As you move past 60, muscle loss is not a sudden event. It's a slow process shaped by daily habits. And one of the simplest habits you control every single day is how you cook your food. Eggs, when treated carelessly, can quietly lose their muscle rebuilding power. But when cooked gently, eaten at the right time, and paired with light movement, they become one of the most effective tools you have to protect your strength. You don't need supplements, expensive powders, or extreme workouts. You need better signals. Soft heat instead of high flames. Freshly cooked instead of repeatedly reheated. Whole eggs instead of whites alone. These small adjustments protect protein quality, reduce inflammation, and help aging muscles actually use what you eat. Remember, after 60, muscles don't respond to food the same way they once did. They need clarity. They need consistency. Properly cooked eggs provide a clean, clear message: repair, maintain, and rebuild. Over time, this supports not just muscle size, but balance, independence, energy, and confidence in everyday life. Strength after 60 isn't about doing more. It's about doing things smarter. And sometimes getting stronger really does start with something as simple as how you cook an egg.